With Russia's invasion of Ukraine almost into its third week and the death, devastation and family separations intensifying by the day now, the international community is ramping up efforts to support the war-torn country and to try and deter Moscow from further attacks by holding talks and vowing to send more military hardware and support to Ukraine. The UN Security Council is also currently holding a briefing on the situation. Yoo-jin with this report.
Entering the 13th day since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the United Nations Security Council has taken action. The UNSC is currently holding a briefing on the humanitarian situation in Ukraine, where representatives of member states are discussing the devastating situation that Kyiv has been facing since late February. The intensity of the situation can be reflected through the growing number of civilian deaths. The Office of the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights has confirmed that at least 406 civilians, including 27 children, have lost their lives since the start of Russia's attack. However, it added that the real figure is likely to be higher as intense fighting has delayed the agency's receipt of information. Also, more than 1.7 million people to have left Ukraine, with over 1 million of them having headed to Poland. Meanwhile, in an effort to support U.S. forces in Europe in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the U.S. Department of Defense has ordered the deployment of additional troops and military assets to different parts of Europe. The Pentagon announced on Monday local time that a total of 500 troops and KC-135 refueling aircraft will be dispatched, although the exact number of aircrafts was not specified. This will bring the total number of U.S. military personnel currently stationed in Europe to around 100,000. Air support operation centers will be set up in Poland and Romania, while ordnance and maintenance companies will be sent to Germany to provide logistic support to German troops. The U.S. also held an emergency video call with Germany, the U.K., and France on Monday, reaffirming their joint stance that Russia should pay the price for its unprovoked onslaught. The four state leaders also promised to continue security, economic, and humanitarian support for Kyiv. Over in Ukraine, a third round of talks with Russia ended with no major breakthroughs. Progress was only made in an agreement to evacuate civilians in Ukraine through humanitarian corridors on Tuesday. Both sides promised to meet for a fourth time in Belarus in the near future, while the foreign ministers of the two countries are slated to meet in Turkey on Thursday, marking the first talks between the top diplomats since the invasion began. Yoo-jin, Arirang News.